My name's CheekySport Joel, and you're watching Arsenal Nation, the show that has the best online Arsenal debates. We're going to start off here today with two very special guests. We got James from the Gunnerblog. How you doing, James?
Very well, thanks. Good to be here, Joel.
Excellent stuff. Great to have you back. And also Charles from football.london. You all right, mate?
I'm very good, Joe. How are you, mate?
I'm doing great, thank you. Thank you for asking. No one ever asks, you know? I'm doing great, thank you very much. We're going to get straight into it, boys. All right, first question. What is our number one transfer priority this summer? We're going to start off with James. Tell us.
Well, there's lots of positions I'd like to see Arsenal strengthen, but I'll be honest, my personal passion project is a new central midfielder. I think since we lost Santi Cazorla to injury, we have really struggled, and those Achilles problems can be ongoing. We're going to need someone in the long term who can replace him. Who that is, my dream is Marco Verratti. Is that plausible? I don't know. It looks like Barcelona are in for him. If not, what about Naby Keita? He looks like an outstanding player. Or even John Seri at Nice. There's a few options there, but I'd really love to see the central midfield strengthened.
But you've got to remember that class is permanent, my friend. When you've got the likes of Scholes, Pirlo, these are... I'm not saying that Cazorla is one of those, but, you know, he has the same attributes. Those kind of players, they never really die down. All they need to do is play, get some match fitness, and they're back to doing what they do best, right?
I hear what you're saying, Joel, but I'm not for a second saying to get Santi out of Arsenal. I want to keep him on the books. I want to keep him at the club. I want to keep him in the squad. If he's fit, I want to keep him in the team. I just don't know if we can rely on him to be fit. But he's someone I see staying at Arsenal for years to come. You know, someone like Robert Pires, who stays around the club, training with the first team, because everyone who trains with Santi talks about how much you learn from him. But I just think that our team is so reliant on him at times that we might benefit from bringing someone else in who can offer a similar skill set.
You got a good point. Charles, what's your thoughts?
I agree that midfield is key, but for me, there's one player that Arsenal needs to get this summer, absolutely, and it's got to be a new striker, and that man is Kylian Mbappe at Monaco.
Come on!
What a talent. He's the most exciting young kid I've seen in an awful long time. I mean, everyone talks about the comparisons to Thierry Henry, and I totally agree with them. Yeah. But he reminds me of Thierry Henry when Thierry was in his mid-20s doing this thing. Kylian Mbappe is 18 years old, and he's doing it now at the top level. He almost single-handedly won the title for Monaco last season. 24 goals in a breakthrough season, helping them to the Champions League semi-final, becoming the first player to score in first 4 knockout games in that competition. I mean, he's got it all, absolutely got it all. And he'd be the dream signing for Arsene Wenger.
He could also be the catalyst for other signings, right? And not just from the outside, actually within the club.
Absolutely. I mean, it ticks the boxes on so many levels, this signing. There is an unrest around the club at the moment. Obviously, the FA Cup win did a lot to quieten that. But if Arsenal start the season badly this season, when it comes up this season, you're going to see that unrest come back to it. But if you can sign someone this summer like Mbappe, it will bring everyone together. It will excite the fans, it will excite the players. It will just bring everyone together. And like you said, Sanchez, Ozil, they'll see that as a real sign of ambition, and they'll put pen to paper.
Yeah, I agree with Charles, actually, on that front. I think Mbappe would be such a symbolic signing. We all remember what a huge transformative impact it had when a global star like Mesut Ozil came to the club. This will be that, but doubled maybe even, because he is the most prized young player in world football.
So, guys, goal scoring wasn't actually an issue last season. It was more creating the chances and also conceding silly goals. So instead of putting all that money on an attacker, wouldn't it be better to kind of like split the money and possibly get a midfielder and a defender? What would you say, Charles?
I'm not adverse to that, but I think you can do everything. You can buy a forward, but you can also sign a midfielder and defender, strengthen down the spine. I think the defensive side of things was really interesting as the season progressed last season. When Arsene Wenger changed the formation, when he was forced to change the formation up at Middlesbrough, from that point onwards, Arsenal looked a lot more solid with the 3 at the back. The emergence of Rob Holding was just an absolute godsend. What a player. 50 million quid for John Stones and 2 million quid for Rob Holding. I know which player I'd rather have. I think his emergence was so key, and I think he has to start at the start of this season. I don't see how any way Arsene Wenger can't start at Rob Holding. So I think that formation that we saw the team end with and play so well with and win the FA Cup in such style with, I think he'll start the season with that, and he'll have the 3 at the back. And I'm not sure that because of that he'll have to bring in anyone new. He's got Gabriel coming back from injury. You've got Mertesacker, who we all saw what a performance in the FA Cup final. I think they're fairly well stocked. They've signed Said Kolasinac, who's certainly going to improve the team down the left-hand flank, certainly improve the team defensively as well as going forward down that flank. So I'm not too sure defence is too much of an issue.
And also, let's not forget Callum Chambers. He had a really good season on loan with Middlesbrough. He'll be coming back into the squad. I think we are well stocked for centre-halves at the moment. Central midfield, maybe less press options and maybe more players who are a bit more prone to injury. I think if we stick with three at the back, Xhaka and Ramsey showed they can perform as a pair, but maybe we need someone who can compete with them, who can provide cover. And if Arsene Wenger wants an option to go to a three in midfield, I don't think he's got the right combination. So another addition there would be a good thing.
And that's what the guys in the studio think. Let us know, you guys watching from home, who you would like to see signed for our club. Make sure you write in the comments below. Moving on to the back three. That's right, the back three is 3 questions, 30 seconds. Boys, are you ready?
Ready.
Guys, you got to give me a bit more enthusiasm. Boys, are you ready?
Okay, yeah,
Definitely.
really ready.
Come on, bring it
Good
on.
stuff. All right. Getting into the Champions League, would you rather do so by getting top 4 or winning the Europa League? James, start.
Europa League, more trophies, please.
Top 4, but winning the Premier League trophy, simple.
Which player will benefit the most from a loan move next season?
Cohen Bramall, he needs league experience.
Jeffrey Adelaide, for me, needs to go out and fulfil his potential now.
Oh, 15 seconds left. All right. Fixtures you're most looking forward to next season?
Boxing Day, Crystal Palace away. After our defeat there last season, we need to go there and get some revenge.
Liverpool, 23rd of December, home, my birthday weekend, chance to show them we're still top dogs.
Guys, honestly, it looks like you've done so with just 2 seconds remaining.
Ooh,
well done, guys. Give yourself a round of applause. Come on. Excellent stuff. OK, we're going to slow it down for the final question of the day. Besides Alexis Sanchez, who do you want signed up to a contract extension the most? Charles, we'll go with you.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, for me, I think it'd be a massive kick in the teeth for Arsenal and particularly for Arsene Wenger if he walked away this summer, especially to a club like Liverpool. We've all seen it since he arrived here, the flashes of brilliance, the flashes of quality. The potential has always been there with Ox, but he's just not done it on a consistent basis until last season. Last season, we really started to see him flourish in several positions, and you started to believe that the player that we signed from Southampton, the reasons we signed him, he was beginning to come to full fruition, and it would be such a blow to Arsene Wenger to lose Oxlade-Chamberlain now. He's young, he's English, he's exactly what these clubs need, and it would be a real blow to lose him, especially to a team like Liverpool, who I think it will show. We saw the balance in power in the league position last season. Should they lose a player to Liverpool in the transfer market, real kick in the teeth.
James, who do you want signed up to a contract extension the most?
We need to sign up a guy who is going to be on the team sheet every single week. We're all talking about, can we bring Kylian Mbappe in? But there's another marquee player already on our books, a top global star, and that is Mesut Ozil. And we need to get him tied down to a new contract as soon as possible. His value to Arsenal is enormous. He's productive on the pitch. He creates goals. He scores goals now. He did that last season, really showed he could add that to his game. But more than that, his value to the club. When he arrived here, it was such a symbolic moment. It announced Arsenal as a big force on the European stage. Now, we've dropped out of the Champions League, and we need to keep hold of everything we can to keep the status of this club high. Mesut Ozil is part of that. I want to see him stay. I want to see him in the team, and hopefully we can get that new contract over the line.
OK, guys, so you've let me know who you would like to sign a new contract. I mean, there's still a few guys out there. I mean, there's Jack Wilshere, Szczesny.
Yeah, let me stop you there, Joel, because I would love to see Wojciech Szczesny sign a new deal at Arsenal. I'm a massive fan of his. He came through the academy system. He's an Arsenal boy through and through. He loves this club. He's been to Roma, spent 2 seasons there, been one of the top goalkeepers in Serie A. Let's bring him back and make him one of the top goalkeepers in the Premier League. He's got all the potential you would want. I want to see him at Arsenal next season and beyond.
Couldn't agree more with that. I think it'd be crazy to get rid of Szczesny now. We've put an awful lot of investment, an awful lot in time to see him really fulfil his potential, and he's doing that now. He's been fantastic in Italy, top pretty much every goalkeeping stat. If Juventus want him as a possible replacement for Buffon, why is he not good enough for Arsenal? Surely he is. It just makes perfect sense. Surely you bring him back and give him a new deal, and he can be the long-term successor at Petr Cech.
As for Jack Wilshere, I think it's a trickier situation. He went on loan to Bournemouth. He got used to playing first-team football there. Is he going to want to come back and compete for his place with Arsenal, or will he want to go and play regularly somewhere else? I think, given all his injury problems, he might want to seize that chance to play more often. So I would like to see him stay at the club. He's an Arsenal man, but I can't tell if that's going to happen or not.
I'd give Jack a new contract. I don't know if it's a romantic side of things or what, but like you said, he's an Arsenal boy through and through. The fans get him, he gets the club, and you just hope we all remember that performance against Barcelona a few years ago at the Emirates. It was just one of the best individual performances from a young midfielder I've ever seen against the likes of Xavi and Iniesta. And you just hope he can get back to that. The injuries have been horrible for Jack, but you just hope he can get back to it. So I'd give him a new deal.
I say just give them all a new contract. Give them all a new contract and let us know in the comments below your thoughts. I'd like to say a massive thank you to James from the Gunnerblog. Thank you very much, man.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks for having me on.
And thank you very much, Charles, from Football London.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks a lot, mate. Loved it.
Great to have you on. This is Arsenal Nation, the show with the best online Arsenal debates. My name's CheekySport Joel, and I'm out. Come on.